Hello and welcome everyone. This is Type V3 with a gunpla review of the 1 to 100 scale, full mechanics Gundam Vidar, the mysterious vengeance-seeking mobile suit from Season 2 of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. A total of 12 items make up the components of this model kit. There's 10 main plastic runners, a set of polycaps, and a sheet of foil stickers. Like previous 1 to 100 scale IBO kits, you assemble the frame first and then stack plates of armor onto it. For the most part, the inner frame is very similar to the previous Gundam IBO offerings seen in this scale, with exclusive additions limited to the head, feet, and rear waist skirt. Building out the rest of the armor is a relatively straightforward process. The only issue I found were the kit's dark colors. These can lead to awful nub marks if you're not careful with your cutting. A straight build results in a great representation of the Gundam Vidar. What sets this version apart from its smaller 1 to 144th scale high-grade cousin is that the color layout here is almost entirely made from proper part separation. Everything from the red inner knee thrusters to the white vents in the hip skirts are all a product of colored plastic as opposed to stickers. Sure, there is a black sticker used in the backpack, but I think you could probably go without it. As for proportions and detailing, all of it is top-notch without an area feeling out of place from the original line art. The only aspect I question is the shade of blue plastic that's been selected. I feel it's too rich. I would have preferred something a little paler. Otherwise, you should be pretty satisfied with this 7.5-inch tall kit's out-of-box looks. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this kit's most apparent weakness are the fact that the dark colors can lead to noticeable nub marks, so touching up those should be the first priority when detailing up the Gundam Vidar. Next would be to fill in the large, deep channels in the chest and shoulder pads with some paint to add contrast. There's plenty of other panel lining opportunities to be had too. Furthermore, being a full mechanics release, there's also the option to highlight the exposed sections of the inner frame for an added touch. Personally, I think that if you ignore everything and just tackle the blue areas, you should end up with a fairly presentable kit. Articulation starts with a ball socket head. There's a waist swivel and a torso bend. Arms are connected on a ball socket. The shoulder pad is on a hinge with an extending piece. Shoulders are on universal joints. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and ball socket wrists. Front skirts are on ball joints. Side skirts have dual hinges and flared out fins, while the rear is on a limited hinge. Hips are connected by a T-bar. The hips themselves are on universal joints. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, hinge and tilt at the ankle, along with a toe bend. Finally, the backpack wings are on ball sockets. Articulation is good, if not great, though the giant hip skirts can start to collide with the suit in tougher poses. Accessories start with 2 extra pairs of hands in the gripping style, although there's only one set of hand covers that can be used with them. One of these hands has an extra hinge at the wrist while the other does not. Pick the one you prefer. The first weapon is the Vidar's rifle. It's a simple, static design with a pink lens. There's no tab in the handle, but the Gundam can hold it just fine. Next are a pair of handguns. These are hidden behind the mobile suit's front skirts and pop out when needed. There's nothing more to them than that. Still, I'm partial to dual pistols, so these are my preferred weapon. The Burst Saber serves as the Vidar's main weapon. You get a handle with the blade stored on the Gundam's side armor, 3 on each side for 6 in total. You pop the handle into any of the holes, then pull back on the side armor to reveal the blade and pull out the entire saber. It's a very cool gimmick and one that almost seems above the expectations for a kit in this grade. The last weapon in the Vidar's arsenal is the Hunter's Edge. These are extendable blades at the bottom of the Gundam's feet for close combat. I've always liked this weapon concept, however, it does require a display base in order to properly use it. The 1 to 100 scale full mechanics Gundam Vidar is an excellent model kit. Its likeness to the animation imagery is unquestionable, and its visuals were almost entirely achieved without sticker use. The build itself was efficient and fun, and the resulting toy is solid. It's also fully featured right out of the box. Unlike most IBO kits that make you buy an option set or even another kit to get all the accessories, everything is included with the Vidar. It is a complete package. If it somehow managed to squeeze a display base into its 3,000 yen price point, it would have been perfect. Even so, you still get a lot of value here. Yet, the thing about this kit I love most is that I'm not left wanting more. There's a strong sentiment within the Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans fanbase that master grade kits are a must. But honestly, the 1-100 Full Mechanics Vidar is all the Gundam I need. Anyways, that's all from me, and thanks for watching. Now I must go forth and build up another frame for the next review.